Time is the ultimate luxury, and nothing embodies this sentiment more than a finely crafted watch. For centuries, timepieces have represented more than just a way to tell time. They are symbols of power, precision, and prestige. Some watches, however, transcend even these lofty ideals, becoming masterpieces of horology so rare, so exquisite, and so valuable that collectors around the world battle for the chance to own them. These are not just watches, they are legacies, pieces of history and engineering marvels. Today we dive into the world of the most expensive watches ever sold at auction, watches that command millions of dollars, breaking records and leaving us in awe of their craftsmanship and exclusivity. When discussing the priciest watches ever auctioned, one name stands above all: Patek Philippe. This Swiss brand has set the gold standard in the watchmaking industry, with its creations fetching astronomical sums. The most famous of them all, the Patek Philippe Grandmaster Chime Ref. 6,300 shattered records when it sold for a staggering $31 million at a Christie's auction in 2019. This one-of-a-kind timepiece was crafted in stainless steel, a rarity for such a grand complication. With 20 complications including a perpetual calendar, minute repeater, and dual dial design, this watch is nothing short of a mechanical wonder. What makes it even more special is that it was created specifically for charity, with all proceeds going to a noble cause. Another legendary Patek Philippe that turned heads at an auction was the Henry Graves Super Complication, a pocket watch commissioned by the American banker Henry Graves Jr. in the 1930s. This extraordinary watch was the most complicated timepiece of its era, boasting 24 complications, including a celestial chart that mirrored the night sky above Graves' home in New York. It took 8 years to design and build, and when it resurfaced at Sotheby's in 2014, it fetched an incredible $24 million. This was a watch born from an intense rivalry between Graves and James Ward Packard, another American magnate who sought to own the most complex watch in the world. Their competition led to the creation of a masterpiece that remains unmatched in the world of horology. Stepping away from Patek Philippe for a moment, we cannot ignore the Rolex Daytona Paul Newman, owned by the legendary actor himself. Rolex is a household name, but few watches in its lineup have reached the iconic status of this particular Daytona. Gifted to Paul Newman by his wife Joanne Woodward, this watch featured an exotic dial that collectors now refer to as the Paul Newman dial. What made this watch even more desirable was its direct connection to Newman, an avid race car driver and Hollywood icon. In 2017, this very watch went under the hammer at Phillips Auction House and stunned the world when it sold for $17,800,000, making it the most expensive Rolex ever sold. This was a testament not only to Rolex's legendary status, but also to the power of celebrity ownership in driving up auction prices. Returning to the realm of ultra-exclusive timepieces, we have the Patek Philippe stainless steel Ref. 1518. This watch is a legend in the collecting world because it was the first ever perpetual calendar chronograph produced in series. What makes the Ref. 1518 even more remarkable is that it was crafted in stainless steel rather than the usual gold or platinum. Only 4 examples of this watch exist, making it an exceedingly rare find. In 2016, it went up for auction at Phillips and was sold for $11 million. Setting a new record for a wristwatch at the time. Speaking of rarity, the Jaeger LeCoultre Joaillerie 101 manchette stands out as a true marvel. Unlike the watches mentioned before, this is not just a mechanical masterpiece, but a high jewelry timepiece adorned with diamonds. Given as a gift to Queen Elizabeth II to commemorate her 60th year on the throne, this watch is one of the most valuable pieces ever made, though its auction price remains undisclosed. However, experts estimate its worth to be in the tens of millions. One cannot discuss the pinnacle of luxury watches without mentioning the Vacheron Constantin 57260, often referred to as the most complicated watch ever created. With 57 complications, This custom-made timepiece took 8 years to develop and was commissioned by a private collector. The level of craftsmanship, precision, and innovation packed into this single watch is nothing short of breathtaking. While its exact auction price remains a mystery, estimates suggest that if it were ever sold, it could easily surpass the $20 million mark. Of course, no list of record-breaking watches would be complete without mentioning Jacob & Co.'s Billionaire watch. Unlike the other watches that earn their value through mechanical complexity, this timepiece is pure, unadulterated extravagance. Covered in 260 carats of emerald-cut diamonds, this watch is less of a timepiece and more of a statement of unparalleled wealth. Originally purchased for $18 million, this watch is for those who believe that luxury should be seen, not just appreciated. Another ultra-luxury creation is the Richard Mille RM56-2 Sapphire. This futuristic-looking watch is made almost entirely of sapphire crystal, making it one of the most visually striking timepieces ever created. Limited to just 10 pieces, this watch fetched around $2 million at auction, proving that modern innovation in watchmaking can command just as much attention as historical masterpieces. And then there's the Patek Philippe's Refresh 2000 523 Gabi Milano, a world time watch that stunned collectors when it sold for over $9 million. The reason? Its incredibly rare blue enamel dial, a feature that makes it one of the most beautiful and sought-after vintage Patek Philippe's in existence. What makes these watches so valuable? It's not just about telling time, it's about history, craftsmanship, exclusivity, and the stories behind them. Many of these watches have fascinating pasts, having been owned by royalty, Hollywood icons, or the wealthiest collectors on the planet. Some are unique pieces created for special occasions, while others are limited editions that become almost mythical over time. For collectors, owning one of these watches is about more than just prestige. It's about securing a piece of history. The bidding wars at auctions are fierce, with millionaires and billionaires going head-to-head for the chance to wear these legendary pieces on their wrists. In the end, these timepieces are more than just watches. They are investments, status symbols, and unparalleled works of art. As time passes, new record-breaking watches will emerge, but the allure of these iconic pieces will never fade. From Patek Philippe's grand complications to Rolex's historic Paul Newman Daytona, each of these watches has carved its place in history, forever remaining the epitome of luxury. And who knows, the next time a rare watch goes up for auction, we might witness another mind-blowing record being set. Until then, the world of luxury watches remains a realm of opulence, where time is measured not just in hours and minutes, but in millions of dollars.